Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be going over something called the Revolve tool. So we've always been using these extrude tools to just push and kind of pull to then cut material as well from corners, circles, holes kind of, and all stuff like that. But something else we're going to be using right next to it the whole time is this one called Revolve. So pretty much it's kind of the basic thing you'd kind of do is, oh, well, how do I create a top? That kind of creates that whole 360 rotation, full extruded kind of value, that 3D model of it. That's what you would use the Revolve tool. So, two things you might need. If I create my sketch on our plane here, if I'm just going to use some lines real quick. So, everything comes around a center line or like a center point, or in better case, an axis. So, if I create a line here, and let's say that I make one here, here, and here. So kind of just some lines here, straight line, straight line. Now this one doesn't have to be straight, but for our purposes of demonstration, this middle one should. So I'm gonna hit finish, rotate it. Now I hit revolve. There's two things here. So it's automatically gonna select the profile, just like when you would do an extrusion. So if I unselect that, I'll reselect my profile. Now my axis. You could do really whatever axis you want for this. I mean, you'll kind of see in a second, but I kind of like to do our vertical one in our Z, or you can do this one, our X. So if I hit my axis, I'm going to hit our line, left line here, and you can kind of see it highlighted a little bit. Hopefully you can see it on your screen. So if I click this, now it actually creates this kind of cone shape or arrow in a way. All 360 degrees. And if you move the slider, you can actually then move it to whatever degrees you want to then kind of help with this. But let's deselect the axis. Let's say you wanted to do this one on the bottom. Well, if you do that one on the bottom, let's change this back to 360 degrees. It's almost like you're making a shield then. Pretty cool. So, and again, even if you select this axis, this slanted line, you could still do it. You can still, it's almost kind of like a lampshade almost, it looks like. So you could really select whatever line you want, but for most purposes, we'll be selecting our middle one or our bottom one. So there you go. This is how you'd be using the Revolve tool for one instance. Now, another instance is what if I want to make a circle in it while I want to revolve around it? So if you do another sketch, do it on our plane here. Let me turn this body off. So I'll make it here off to the side. So let's say you just make a vertical line here. Then I'll actually start to make my shape. So I'll make my shape kind of like top here. So this is my shape, and then this is my axis line this time. So if I do finish, I'll do revolve. This is my plane. My axis is not going to be the center line. So you can see then, it'll take that distance for you into account and then make your top. This could be some kind of mushroom shape, a kind of a button tower, whatever you want to call it. So having that axis point, it could be down here, it could be in the middle, it could be away. It doesn't have to be touching the profile. And again, you can always change the degree and have the whole dead center. All right, hopefully this helps with the Revolve tool.